The 100 innings is an unbelievably unique event. We run lots of different events per year, but nothing as unique as the 100 innings of game, 100 innings of baseball. This brings so many more people to the table who haven't heard of the Angel Fund or don't have a great interest in ALS research. It's a tremendous curiosity. Things like you're doing right now just bring that many more people to it and bring much more attention to this. So what we're trying to do is get as many people interested in this as possible. And when someone comes to a game like this, they can learn more from me, more from Dr. Brown, and more from so many other people about this. So people hear 100 innings of baseball, they can't believe it. So they show up just to see the game. They sometimes jump in and play in the game, but they seek me out, they seek Dr. Brown out and people like that, and they learn much more about it. I'm an atypical case of this, as is Walter, because he stuck around for so long. It's just how tough he is. But anyway, they can learn so much from him about his determination and so much more about the disease. And the more they get involved with this, the more they want to come in, contribute, and play the game. The game goes throughout the night. And again, Quincy can be a busy place. So we have people walk in at 11 o'clock at night. We have people walk in at 2 o'clock in the morning. They see the lights on. They don't know what's going on. So I've had people come in and just say, what is this all about? I get to tell them my story, the story of the game. This was the 19th year we've done this. It's been an unbelievable event. And typically, it breaks my heart when someone reaches into their pocket and gives me $15 and says, oh, here, take this. They didn't know a thing about the game before, but now they're suddenly interested in this. They take some information from me, they take the website, they look on, and they become much more interested in this. And an event like you're doing right now means so much to us because you don't know who's watching something like this. That gets them more interested in this. They find out about this. So things that we do, events that we put on, billboards that we put up and things like that, each one pays off in a different way. And it brings in people who are interested, and we're trying to spread the word, spread awareness as much as possible. People find out about our organization and find out the number of different things that we do. It just means the world. It brings more people to different events and things like this. But as I said, 100 innings is absolutely special to me because it goes on for so long and it's such a unique event. It brings so many people to it who are so interested in just the event, but they find out more about it. And again, word spreads like wildfire. So someone comes up to me and says, you know, my grandfather died of ALS. I had no idea all this was going on. Now that I know about this, I'm going to tell that many more people about it, bring more people to the game. So it really is something. And, you know, each Columbus Day weekend, this goes on. So people learn that also. So more and more people show up. And it's great to see a familiar face show up once again and say, yeah, no, I knew I had to be part of this because I saw it. And some are baseball players, some are tremendous baseball players. Some are playing for the first time in 20 years, but everyone's welcome. And knowing that registration fees and everything else is going to a really good cause. I'm very proud of how much money we've raised, but I'm so proud of the fact that I've never taken a dime. The board of directors has never taken a dime. All the money has gone directly to ALS research. I lost my dad back in 1989. And at the time we were told by a very good neurologist that there was no family genetic bond with all this. Unfortunately, I'm from a family of 9, and my youngest sibling, my younger brother, Jimmy, when he was 28 years old, started having problems, went down in Washington, DC, Johns Hopkins, they told him, oh, well, you have ALS. We found out the hard way, unfortunately, that in 10% of all cases, it is in fact genetic. My case was one of those. That was my impetus. Watching Jimmy take 3 years to shrink, shrivel, and slowly die was the hardest thing I've ever had to do because I could do nothing about it. he would try everything he could imagine. And I would say to him, you know, it's not going to work. And he would say to me, you got something better? The answer was no. But so much has happened lately, new medications and things like that. A lot more people, a lot more scientists interested in this, that would make tremendous progress with all that. But anyway, you saw me walking around with 2 canes because I was up trying to scrape and paint my house. I lost my balance on the ladder. My balance is terrible. So down I went. I broke 10 ribs, 2 vertebrae, collapsed a lung, broke my right shoulder. But again, I was unconscious for 14 days. But people were surprised to see me there. I said, an event like this, I would never miss. It means so much to me that players show up for this every year. Some of them, a good 16 or 17 of them, play all 100 innings. That to me is a phenomenal testament to toughness, to fortitude, to everything. So of course I was going to be there. And it's great, like I say, to see the same people year after year, and just as great to see brand new people there. So again, it's just part of the horrendous difficulty you face with ALS every day. And again, you know, Walter is just unbelievable. I don't know if you were there for the 50th inning, but Walter goes out there and umpires. In the beginning, a good 17, 18, 19 years ago when this began, Walter used to umpire all 100 innings. He'd be behind the plate the entire time. Talk about toughness, talk about perseverance and things like that. That says so much to me. So again, Walter goes out there. A while ago, it turned into 1 inning. Now it's 1 batter. But still, it's so inspirational because he goes in, he puts on his full gear, comes out there to a standing ovation, and bang, umpires just that 1 time. But it's just unbelievable that he's still able to do this. Again, just ALS can absolutely knock the living heck out of you. But some of us don't believe that. We just keep getting out there, getting out of bed every single day. So I'm good for this for the next 150 years, I certainly hope. The event means that much to me. We have so many different events with the Angel Fund, and they all mean a lot to me. But this is something special. It's a display by so many people of unbelievable commitment. And to me, it's courage. You know, the final score this year, I believe, was like 98 to 84, something like that. It's these unbelievable things, but it's a testament to so many other things also. There are over 80 umpires. We change shifts with the umpires. We have 6 of them out there at all times, and that moves the game along tremendously. So again, that's fantastic. We've got a scorekeeper provided by the city of Quincy who's up there for the entire duration. Well, 3 different shifts they do, but they keep score of the runs meticulously, the outs, and everything. So this just keeps the game moving along. The score is irrelevant to us because it's just great courage, etc. But the players do want to know. The teams are, you know, Team Walter, which is Walter Benson, the founder of all of this, and Team Ratt, R-A-T-T, because that's my nickname. Walter came up with those 2 names, and this year, Team Ratt won. So there you go. But I couldn't have told you the score at any time except for the scoreboard. And they keep meticulous, you know, track of absolutely everything. You know, fantastic, because the players will go up there and say, hey, 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 we scored 2 runs, not 1 that time. So the players are right onto it. There's a scoreboard in each dugout, and they keep great score on that. So if the official scoreboard doesn't reflect that, they go right up there and they argue and they change the entire thing. So it means a lot to these players. They are unbelievably competitive, but who wouldn't, who's up there for 100 innings still playing? There are 2 that played every position for 100. They skipped a few bats, but I want to make sure I mention them also, because they're out there chasing down pop flies, scooping up ground balls and things like that. just, it's just an incredible event. It really is something. So anyone who's seeing this, who just wants to see out of curiosity what's going on, come, you'll see tremendous baseball at the crack of dawn. You won't see the best baseball, but you'll see baseball at 2 o'clock in the morning. Fatigue really starts to set in, and a little bit of tedium at that point. But I'm awake for the entire thing. Walter's awake for the entire thing. And for us guys battling ALS, that's not an easy task, but the players keep it so interesting for us that it keeps our interest in it. So middle of the night, I'll find myself just absolutely staring at the game for like 3 full innings, just watching every play, amazed at how good the play is, watching tremendous plays made in the outfield and things like that, and just seeing, still people swinging the bat tremendously well when they've been up probably 35 times already, but still digging in and hustling down first base, trying to hustle out a double and things like that. It's amazing that it means a lot to these players also. You'll see sliding catches in center field. You'll see, balls hit back to the pitcher where the pitcher ducks to save his life, but reaches his glove up the last second and snags the ball and throws somebody out at first base or something like that. Events like that are incredible. And you're right about the film, because these guys all love to relive it also. You've got guys in the dugout with their phones, filming. There's far more film of this than I ever thought would be possible. What we have to do is tell everybody, let's pool the film at some point. Everybody send in what you've got, some collecting point. So there was someone doing it on cable baseball channel or something like that who filmed it. We'll get a hold of those. Someone did a documentary last year. He's got some good film on that also. But the best film by far is that from the dugouts, which are filmed by some of these players. And again, their friends are up at bat. They'll film the entire thing. And you see some amazing things. And, I do watch the entire game, but I do go to the men's room once in a while. I do look down once in a while. I sneeze once in a while. And you miss these things. It's great to have the film for that reason, to go back and just say, that play was better than I thought. Or to say, I missed that entirely, but what a play. So when that guy comes back next year, I'll say, oh yeah, I didn't compliment you. What an over-the-shoulder catch you made, or something like that. It really is, it's an amazing thing for so many different reasons. For anyone interested in coming to play, bring your camera, film yourself. We get every at bat up there or something, but it's that much more reason. Or if you've got friends playing, come down and film an inning. The more film we have of this, the more we can spread the word. But it's a terrific idea. We should get all this together. But I will tell you, watching the sun come up is inspirational, because you've been playing in dark for so long, looking into the lights and everything. And all of a sudden the sun comes up, you realize you just played through the night. Here comes another day. That sun comes up, it gets much warmer. It's a feeling of accomplishment. Years ago, I was training for a 100-mile race, and I used to go out at 4 o'clock in the morning. I would get a shot of energy when that sun would come up. I'd already been running for several hours at that point, and still, it feels great to have that sun come up. All of a sudden now, you feel much warmer, but you also realize what an accomplishment. You just played through an entire night. So most players will tell you the same thing. It's an exhausting experience, but the sun does come up, and yes, it's weird playing in the morning. You're still totally fatigued from playing through the entire night, but it's another day. It's another beginning. It's something really spectacular to see that sun come up. The event raised at least $45,000. The money comes in long afterward. Things like, newspaper articles and things like that reach an awful lot of people, and we keep things open so the donations can keep on coming in. So the event has raised almost $900,000 in the 19 years that it's been played. So it really is, it's a spectacular event for us, because it brings so many people into our organization and make them aware of our cause and what's going on with this. It really is, it's an amazing thing. I couldn't be more proud of Walter. I couldn't be more proud of the umpires. Every one of the players, they all do something extraordinary. They throw 52 innings. That's an amazing thing to me. But also, all those people are up there for the duration of the game and they're playing. Someone plays, goes back to work, and turns around and comes back 8 hours later and comes back and plays again. Who does that? Just extraordinary people. So I'm proud to be part of the event. I'm so proud to be associated with these people. Together, it's an incredible team effort. And it's really something extraordinary that's happening.